You are now listening to Out of the Blank.
Welcome to another episode of Out of the Blank podcast. I'm here with John. I don't even know your last name, man.
Churchfield.
Churchfield.
That's it.
Why don't you explain to me what you do, John?
Well, I work at Rosenfelds in Ocean City. I back and forth between that one in Ocean City and the one in Salisbury. I started as a dishwasher there 3 summers ago. This will be my 4th summer. So I started as a dishwasher and worked up to the cook line. So now I back and forth between cook and slicing meat there at Rosenfelds.
Do you wish to see that doing as your future career type thing?
Future career, hopefully, eventually, I hopefully move past that to management somewhere. Whether at Rosenfelds or another organization.
Do you like making sandwiches?
I enjoy it at times,
I mean, they got a good name brand, being a Jewish deli and everything, but an authentic Jewish deli. I don't know, what's some of the stuff you guys serve? I've never eaten there.
We got, well, it depends on what you like for breakfast. We got everything bagels, plain bagels, cinnamon bagels, different kinds of bagels. We got lox platters, Reubens, corned beef pastrami Reubens. You can get a brisket, roast beef, turkey.
Alright, so I got 2 questions for you on this one. What's your favorite thing that you like to eat there, and what's the most popular menu item?
The popular item is probably one of the Reubens, whether it be a corned beef or a pastrami Reuben. I prefer to eat the brisket, to be honest with you.
The brisket?
The brisket, yes.
Is it that good?
It's pretty good.
You guys make it really flaky?
We do.
Oh, yeah, you gotta pride yourself in the brisket,
yeah, we
man.
make it.
So, what about something you don't like on there?
Oh man. I'm gonna probably have to say the chopped liver.
The chopped liver?
Chopped liver.
That doesn't sound very
It doesn't sound very appetizing, but you'd be surprised so many people buy it.
You know what's weird? I work at a hotel, and there's a Haitian woman there, and she cooks me Haitian food sometimes, and she told me, you can't really understand her language because her accent's very, very thick. She speaks a heavy, thick accent. She was telling me what she was making. I was just like, yeah, okay, thank you, yeah. And I was just accepting it, trying to nod my head and agree, yeah, And then she gave me this thing. It was sliced goat, with rice and beans. Dude, I've never had food that good in my entire life. It was authentic Haitian food. She used to be a chef back in her land.
Yeah.
Haiti. I don't think it's Haiti. I think it's Jamaica or something.
Yeah.
She's from. But it was so good, dude. And she's like, I used to own this big restaurant and have all this, business and stuff. And then when she came here, it just completely changed her life. I was like, that's crazy. We got to open you up a restaurant down here.
Exactly.
Should hire her at Rosenfeld.
Yeah.
Or you got to stick to a strict menu.
It depends. I mean, sometimes he adds things, sometimes he subtracts things.
If someone specifically asks for something in there, do you guys work with that, or
we usually work with it? There are some things people they'll come in and ask for something. If we don't have it on the menu, we do our best to try to make it.
So when you're making sandwiches, is it Subway style where you're doing it in front of everybody, or they don't see you do it?
They can see us. I mean, you just look over the counter. It's right back there. You just look underneath the little counter.
Is it enclosed family? I heard it was a family business.
Rosenfelds? No, it's not.
You got to explain to me and the audience out here that we don't know who Rosenfelds is.
Well, Mr. Rosenfeld used to be a retired lawyer out of D.C. area, and once he retired, he had nothing to do. And as he said before, I think I've heard him say that his parents used to own a restaurant somewhere. And he just wanted to get back into that. He was, to pass time along for him. So now he's opened my place plus 2 other places between Rehoboth and Salisbury. So, he just fills in. He stays busy.
He tries to be more influenced into his own company.
He does.
It's a little bit more of a private company than somewhere like McDonald's or Subway.
Yeah. He passes through Ocean City quite often, heading toward Rehoboth. So, So he sees what's there, what's going on, checks on his employees, see how everybody's doing.
Are you afraid that some Hell's Kitchen, he might do some undercover boss stuff?
I don't know. I've never thought about that, to be honest with you, and...
I just scared you.
Yeah, You don't know if he ever would, you know.
Can't be playing Candy Crush now.
No, you can't. You never know if he's going to send one of his sons in there. You don't know. You send his son in, you don't know who he is. Is he going to trick you? Hey, you know.
Have you ever seen Hell's Kitchen or
I've
Kitchen
seen,
Nightmares? The one where with Gordon Ramsay, where he's just critiquing all the food.
Yes.
He looks like such a jerk, but I mean, it's funny, but it's like he's honestly he's there to help you, but he's not going to do it in a polite way. Because what's somebody going to learn if you're messing up and you just constantly correct them in a really, really nice way? Once that one time you snap on them, they're like, okay, I need to actually straighten up my act here.
Exactly.
So do you not wish to own your own company down the road?
Eventually, you know. Possibly.
Have you had any ideas cross your mind?
I haven't. You know, my brother-in-law, you know, he's an Indian guy that's an IT person. You know, eventually wants to possibly open up his own place. So if he does, maybe I can go join him somewhere, you know.
Your brother-in-law is an Indian guy that works at IT?
He's an IT person.
The customer support?
Yeah, he's a customer support up in Philadelphia.
Why?
That
seems like a terrible job for an Indian person.
You could ask him that question.
But they're filled all over there. You know what really is... You know what I want to look up is the statistical facts of the people that do the customer service. Mm-hmm. And after how long they work there, how long until they get really depressed and think about killing themselves.
Exactly. You know, he's the type of person that wants to keep keep moving up the line of the chain.
He's got to be depressed all the time. You know how many people probably cuss him out on the daily? It is plugged in. It is plugged in. It is plugged in. It's like, oh my
But he's one of those lucky people that don't have to talk to somebody on the phone. It's his computer, he does what he does, and then there's people under him that pass it along.
That's probably like the rookie job.
So
to sign up to get the company, you gotta do that.
He's got like interns under him that's doing stuff. So they report to him, he does what he needs to, he reports to his big boss, and it's just, you know, but he's getting to the point where in his job line right now at his company, you know, he's not going to get any higher than what he is.
Yeah.
He wants to eventually move up higher in the ranking, but there's no way he can move up any higher.
I'm just picturing a building with like nets around it, like how Wall Street should have.
Oh, you know, and he said they have a good time. They got ping pong tables and pool tables and, you know.
Yeah, you got to have that stuff there.
When you want to work,
yeah. Shit, I feel like, where's Paul go? He went up to go smoke a cigarette on the roof, and next thing you know, Paul's jumping off the fucking roof.
Exactly.
That's a job I couldn't handle, but you're more into like I could never hook onto the restaurant business.
Exactly.
Like a lot of people around here are waiters and waitresses just to bus or do tables and make a little bit of money on the side so they can pursue, like, this is like a music town.
Exactly.
So everyone's, you know, the bar scene's everywhere.
Exactly.
I'm just not into that. Especially when it comes to a restaurant, I just feel like if I'd be eating all the time, man.
You know, I'd be surprised too. I gain in the winter, lose in the summer because I'm always working constantly.
You probably don't have time to eat anything, but
this year it's vice versa. I've actually stayed pretty skinny throughout the winter, so I hate to see what summer's gonna look like.
You're in terrific shape.
I look pretty good, to be honest with you. Some girls like, oh, you've lost weight. What are you doing? There's nothing to
work.
do. Go to school. You know, come home.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy is like if Rosenfelds what is it?
Rosenfelds.
All right, Rosenfelds. I keep saying it wrong. My mom has to correct me too.
Yeah.
She's a very advocate of your guys' restaurant.
Yeah, it's a good place to eat at.
See, I've never eaten there because like you guys serve the traditional like Jewish like brisket. It's like authentic, like really stuff, like good stuff. I don't eat a lot of red meats and stuff like that.
You get brisket, you got to get it quick because it goes quick. That's one of the hot sellers at that place.
There's a place in New York where literally there'll be a line before the store even opens up for like 3 hours, and like halfway down the line they're like, we're not serving brisket anymore, we're out of brisket. Like they don't have any more. Like you would think you would stock up on more, but it's like such a popular item.
We make it every day and it goes quick. You'd be surprised.
You probably what around like from when you guys open, how many hours in do you guys think brisket's just gone? Like
well, it depends on how quick, you know.
You guys try and stock up.
We start making it at 8 and it takes 3 to 4 hours to make, so by noon 1 o'clock, you can start getting into it. It's already hot, cooling off some. By 1 o'clock, you should be able to use it. 5 or 6, sometimes it's gone.
You snag a plate for yourself?
I usually do.
See, I'm always getting Snapchats from my buddies who are like dishwashers or cooks, and they work at like the late night shift at the restaurant, and then when they're closing up, they have like plates and they're making themselves food.
You'd
all
be
the
surprised.
time.
I mean, what are you going to do with the food? It's a waste, you know?
Yeah, you have to throw it out.
You can give it to a homeless person, but, you know.
You know, Krispy
Where you
Kreme
gonna
and all
find
those donut places throw the donuts out after like every couple of days.
Yep.
In giant trash bags. My buddy, when I was like 14 years old, came over on his bike with 2 white trash bags filled with donuts. He's like, bro, we're set to game all weekend.
Exactly.
I was like, did they actually reach the trash can? He goes, no, I stopped the guy before he got him in there.
I mean, that's the same way with some of these grocery stores. You check their meats that are expired, going right to the dumpster. You throw them in bags, throw them in the dumpster. I mean...
Yeah, usually, like, if you go to Walmart and you find something that's, like, about, like, it's expired or it's
Yeah.
past date, they just don't let you buy it. They're just like, yeah, sorry, we got to take this off the shelf. Usually
Meet them at the dumpster, yeah.
Yeah, usually, yeah, meet me at the dumpster. But, it's funny because, like, it reminds me of when I go to 7-Eleven at, like, 2 o'clock in the morning and get, like, when I used to get, like, Slurpees and stuff.
Yep.
And the guy, I'd be like, can I get a taquito? And he's like, you can just have them all. And then he would give me every one of those Buffalo spicy taquitos. I felt like I just won the freaking Powerball.
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do with it, you know?
I mean, besides throw it out, I'm like, shit. I mean, someone's going to benefit from it. Like,
yeah, and...
so what if I get the shits later?
Exactly,
It's like,
I mean,
I'm not worried.
unless you know where the homeless people hanging out, I mean, you got to throw it away, you know?
Right.
But...
That's the weird thing, too, because during the winter, there's a lot more homeless people that get arrested because it's warm in the...
Yeah, why not?
That's a good idea, though.
Free
People
rent,
talk crap-
free rent, you get three meals a day, and you got a place to
You
sleep.
get 3 meals a day?
Well, you got to think, you get breakfast, lunch, and dinner
I thought they would just serve you
at
1
jail.
meal a day.
I don't...
I think that's prison.
Well, then,
Do
one
they
meal a
serve
day.
you 3 meals? Dude, my buddy went to jail.
Even if it's 1 meal a day, you know, you're getting something.
My buddy went to jail, and he was telling me they served him, like, French fries and all this stuff. I'm like, what the hell? You eat better than I
It's
eat,
like a
man.
Hyatt, yeah.
Yeah, like, why the hell are they freaking...
They're giving you French
sleeping
fries,
on
and
the
some people
street?
can't afford them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's your, okay, so you have this passion kind of for, like, the restaurant business. If you were going to make your own restaurant, what would you call it? And what would you focus on stylistically?
I don't know. I haven't thought of a name.
Do you know what you would serve?
I would say, you know, like a little sports bar, maybe, possibly, you know, like wings and
Like a Buffalo Wild Wings?
something like that. Yeah,
But not as popularized?
yeah. See, I'm a big burger guy, so I got to see burgers on the menu somewhere.
Yeah.
So, you know, like burgers and wings and, you know, little mozzarella sticks, you know, something like a Buffalo Wild Wings, just a little bit smaller.
A lot of people don't even realize the fact that, like, a restaurant, the way that the restaurant is actually developed and kind of stylized is based on the actual owner himself. Like, it's like a form of him, just because it's basically what they're serving is what he liked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Like McDonald's, that means the guy like McDoubles and all that. But who's the dude that invented Taco Bell?
That's what he
sick
eat.
guy
Yeah.
eating horse meat.
I don't know what he's eating.
It's cool though, because like if I was going to open up a restaurant, I'd probably focus more on seafood because that's what I'm more about. You know what I mean? And plus, if I'm there at my own restaurant, you know, because that's what you want to do, you want to popularize it. I just want seafood. I'm not going to want any of like the heavy steaks and all that.
Exactly.
I'm not a big steak guy, so you probably want burgers. What's your favorite burger?
Oh, see, I'm the type of guy that just wants plain burger, just cheese. You know, I don't like all the major toppings on a burger, to be honest with you.
Ketchup, any of that?
No.
Dude, I used to hate...
I'll go to McDonald's and I'll tell them I want a triple cheeseburger, just cheese, you know, nothing on it. You know,
I used to hate getting anything on my hot dogs, like mustard, any of that, but then I started eating, like, clean for a while, so I was eating salads and, like, tuna and fish, and it's like, besides putting spices in it, you just cover it in mustard or cover it in something where it doesn't taste like a salad anymore, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's really hard because, and then I also like if I'm gonna eat red meat, I like it burnt. I don't like it. I don't like it like people. Some people like a steak where it's still bloody and it's like you cut into it, looks like it's not even cooked. I'm like I can't handle it. I like it where something's like kind of a gristle to it. And
then every now and then at Rosenfelds, you know, the boss, she gets pizzas for everybody, you know, from Lido's, and
you like Lido's pizza?
It's pretty good.
You're nuts.
It's
the
pretty
really
good.
Thin square piece.
The little square.
Dude, those pieces piss me off, man. You can fold it into like 40
She gets those
sandwiches.
all the time, and to be honest with you, I'm just a straight cheese type of person, but when she gets it, it's got peppers and all different stuff on it. I actually eat it and enjoy it, you know? I'm not a big topping person, but,
you know what I mean? I think there's only one thing I probably can't stand on a pizza, and that's ranch.
Yeah.
A lot of people put ranch on pizza. I can't see
exactly.
that.
I don't know why.
You're sick.
Salads, that salad stuff, yeah.
Yeah, we all remember that kid at school, the weird kid that always put ranch on his pizza.
I couldn't do it.
Devil.
I couldn't do it.
See, I'm a big fan of I like Hawaiian pizza, but dude, Domino's, man, it's that crust. They put that oregano on there. They go heavy on that, man.
I like Papa John's pizza.
What?
I like Papa John's. I'm a big Papa John person.
Was it Papa John's or Domino's that started filling in potholes down here? There was a campaign. I don't know if
I think it was Domino's.
It was Domino's, yeah.
But then they quit that.
Why?
I don't know if they even still do it. I don't see advertisements for it anymore.
They did it. They started in Delaware. Domino's was going around filling up potholes and everything, and then it was a big campaign. They were going to fill up every major pothole, and I mean, I think everybody was like, "I'm going to start going to Domino's to fund this."
Exactly.
That was, when you hit a freaking pothole or whatever, and next thing you know, you're like, "Shit!" You feel it. You're not just your car, but damn.
I mean, I can't remember who it was. In my customer service class now at Warwick, we were talking,
You had to take a customer service class?
I am now, right now. It's part of the hotel motel management.
Are you trying to get in the hotel business?
No, I'm not, but it's still like the
restaurant
HMR,
has to deal with that too?
Yeah, it's hotel motel restaurant management.
Are you in a class with Tyler Horton?
Tyler.
Older guy?
Might be.
Big, tall guy?
Yep, with a beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell him I said hi.
We'll do. It might have been his class that we were in the other day. They were talking about these pizza places that used to do... Was it you got your pizza free if they weren't there in so much time?
That's like the myth about teachers.
But then they had to quit it because they were causing too many accidents and having wrecks and speeding tickets, and so they had to drop that one.
But the really tall guy, Tyler, he's an announcer for the Shorebirds. He does DJ gigs at night, so he does the free pizzas and stuff, like free burgers and stuff.
Yeah.
When you're announcing, it's like if he hits a home run or a double, everyone gets a free Domino's pizza. He does a bunch of sound effects. He's been on the podcast before. He's a good friend of my dad's, but
he sits in front of me in class. I know who you're talking about.
Just slap him in the back of the head. Say Robbie did it.
Yeah.
He'd probably get up. No,
yeah.
No, it's cool, man, because I started my podcast during oral communication class. That was the whole thing. I was nervous to even do any of my speeches, but I rocked.
So was I.
Man. I thought at least I did pretty good. I was still upset about my Hot Pocket speech. I can't believe it got a C on it. Dude, I definitely deserve better than a C.
You got
be
a
honest.
C.
Yeah.
She was hard.
Yeah, but I mean, be honest. Some of my speeches, they're for improv, they were like.
I like that one last one. What'd you sell? The thing on the shopping carts.
The bumper for the back of the
bumper.
Yeah, because my nephew hit me in the back of the heel with a shopping cart, and I wanted to chop him in the throat. I like the poison apple one I did.
Yeah.
With Ben, and I was like, take a bite of that apple, and I pulled out the Raid, and everyone just looked at me like, oh my god, did you just kill Ben?
That was great.
I'm trying to get Ben on the podcast because he knows secret menu items because he works at Chick-fil-A.
Exactly.
I'm like, that's going to be sick. I think
I
he wants
love
to do
Chick-fil-A.
it Wednesday. Dude, you can make a cream float and a root beer float at Chick-fil-A.
Really?
You just ask for root beer float. They take the root beer soda, put it in the milkshake. And apparently Ben says it's really good. He goes, we don't try and do it. We don't add, advertise
It's not on the menu. Yeah, you got to ask them for it.
Does Rosenfelds have anything like that? They don't have any secret. What about any secrets you could tell me about the business?
They got a secret on the brisket, but I can't disclose.
Secret spice?
I can't disclose that information.
Can you give me a hint?
No, I can't give you hints.
Damn. I'll have to tell my mom. I don't even think I understand really what brisket is. I think I had brisket. It's part of a cow, right?
It's
some type of meat.
I want to try. What would be the best way to describe it?
Flaky, crusty.
Yeah.
Depends on where you get it.
Yeah, it depends on what you get. I mean, it's like a pot roast almost.
Oh, I don't like that. I'm not a big fan of meats like that. I like to stick to
I'd have to round you up some brisket one day and take it down to you wherever you're at, but
you know where I live now, so shit. Swing on.
I told you, Ocean Pines is a nice place.
Dude,
all these nice houses.
You get lost.
You do.
Okay, there's nothing but old people out here, but every house looks the freaking same.
I said I got a friend that lives in Ocean Pines on the other side, and him and his girlfriend. It's a nice house, beautiful house.
I've lived here 20-something years, and I still don't know my way around. I know the streets I used to live on. I know all this stuff, but driving around,
it's like a maze.
My buddy goes, "Here's my address." I'm like, "Where is that?" He goes, "It's Ocean Pines." I'm like, I've lived all over Ocean Pines. I've never heard of this street. I've never heard of this lane. He's like, dude, this is where I live. And I'm driving through Ocean Pines, and the next thing you know, it feels like they just opened up a brand new road.
Exactly.
So you live out in Salisbury. That's kind of similar.
I live in Salisbury, right behind the Fountains, MVA, the Fountains.
Oh, that's not that far. That's by Ollie's, isn't it?
Yeah.
You live next to my ex-girlfriend that lives over there.
I probably do.
Claudia Shorter. Don't know her. She has a little
Never heard of her.
kid.
I live off of Old Ocean City Road, so like you got MVAs here. Here's the Fountains. Got the dentist office like right behind the Fountains.
You know what
there's like little housing development. You know.
Yeah. You know what the good part about living by the MVA is?
What?
You can get there early before.
You know.
You want to hurt yourself.
I went there last night.
Why'd you go there at night?
I had to renew my tags. They got that little kiosk outside. 24-hour kiosk.
What?
Yeah, you walk right on through the door through the little kiosk thing. But they got the main doors locked. There's like 2 doors getting to the MVA. The first one's open, but the second door you can't get past. So you got their little kiosk there. So I go up there last night, try to get my tags, and the kiosk wasn't working. So now I gotta go back.
Damn.
I know. I got to the end of the month.
I bet you the MVA probably has some people that get really depressed there too.
I would hate. To be honest with you, I hate the MVA. Yeah. You gotta wait for your number to get called.
Then they skip over your number. That's the worst.
That's the worst.
You're sitting there. It's like 24's up. All right, I'm 25. I'm next. It goes 32. You're like, what the hell happened to 25, 26, and 27?
I got a friend that lives up here in Ocean City. City. He brought his daughter down because she's old enough now to start learning how to drive. So he brought her down and forgot her birth certificate. So he drive 20-something miles.
I bet he was
and
pissed.
he forgot her birth certificate. Oh, he was.
You're like, walk home, son.
Yeah.
Get your mom to text it to you.
Exactly.
They can't shoot a picture of it to you?
They want a full copy. They actually want like the original copies of stuff. You know.
That's nuts. You know what? It's crazy. When I took my driver's test, I got 100% on everything. I have long distance. Like I need glasses for long distance. So when she was like, turn up on Birchwood or something, and I was like, this one right here. She goes, no, the next one. It's because I couldn't see it. So I was like, okay, and I turned, and at the ending, she's like, all right, pull up here. I start pulling up to the stop sign. She goes, keep going up here. And right when I go to like keep going up, she tells me to turn last minute and park. Like she just decides, all right, it's over. I can drive. And so when I park, the white line is in the center of the car, but we both haven't gotten out of the car yet. So she goes, congratulations, you passed. I'm like, right on. And I parked. And my dad's looking at me, and I'm looking at his face in the rear view, and he's like, like he thought I just failed because of the way I parked. I get out of the car and look down, and she gets out of the car and looks down, but she already handed me my thing. I ran inside and went right in line, dude. I was not letting her snatch that back from me.
No, I think once they tell you pass, I think they should have to stick with it, you know?
It's like, sorry. Well,
the only thing I hated,
if I kill anybody out there, it's on you.
The thing I hated with driving was the parallel parking. I was very nervous about that.
Did you, when they asked you if you could move a little bit closer to the thing, did you say, I'm comfortable here?
No, never did.
I did that. She was like, could you move a little bit over more? I'm like, I'm comfortable right where I'm at.
Yeah.
I think I'm close.
I remember my parallel parking. He said, you got 3 minutes to do it. So I get in. He goes, let me know when you're done. So I got done. He goes, your back's in, but your front's not. What are you going to do? Just throw the car in reverse and back up something. That's all I did. Backed up, threw in reverse, pulled up. He's like, okay, now pull that and go this way, you know.
I would have so much fun with that job, but I know I'd run into too many people's kids that I know. Exactly. Like, if you don't pass my daughter, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Fail her right now.
Exactly.
You can't drive, son.
Exactly. She's a menace, you know.
It's not
road rage.
Dude, that's a real thing. And you know why that is? It's because people are aware when they drive. You are 100% on high alert. Like, all your senses are... Because you're in a moving vehicle. You don't realize it, even if you feel like you're like, I'm about to go to sleep right now. It doesn't matter, man. You know, one of the most dangerous things besides anger on the road is actually called micro-sleeps. You ever heard of micro-sleeps?
I haven't, yeah.
You ever get really tired when you're driving and, like, you start nodding like that?
Yeah.
There's a thing called micro-sleeps where you literally fall asleep for, like, a couple seconds, and sometimes you can be out a minute and not know you fell asleep. You just wake up, it's like that. That's how most people veer off into ditches and most people veer off into the wrong side of traffic. That's more than drunk driving. Can you believe that?
That could have been like the one in Salisbury the other day. They had that bad accident in Salisbury right there by the hospital.
What?
You got that weird S-curve right by the hospital. Coming around the curve. The hospital's here, you got like an S-curve. Like if you're heading toward the Wawa, you got that big old S-curve. Reared off, hit a pole. Killed herself.
Dude, that's nuts.
They don't know. She never hit her brakes, so you don't know if she had a heart attack. Did she pass out? Never hit her brakes.
Did you hear about all those international cars, the H2OI kids that went down into New Jersey? It's like a bunch of kids with riced out cars for anybody that doesn't know.
It's like the ones in Ocean City, ain't it?
But they don't, it's banned here. They took it to New Jersey because they kept getting tickets here. Well, they went to New Jersey, twice as many tickets. People were getting their cars destroyed. It was really bad. I mean, the last one we had was a Mustang, and he went to go do a burnout, and he messed up and hit the light pole and flipped his car over.
I remember that.
Yeah, I saw the video. And
I remember that.
You know who I've had on the podcast from our class?
Who?
Dakota.
Yeah. I think I heard that one.
He came in here and talked about transgender. She's now on 2 months, I think, of male hormones. But I learned that, like, if you educate somebody on a certain, like, thing that you're interested in, I mean, we all have stories and experiences to tell, and even if you think you're interesting or not, you have a good story. And, like, where's your passion for making food come from? Did you just decide to do it one day?
No. I mean, growing up...
I mean, what'd you want to be?
Both my parents, my dad worked at a restaurant in Ocean City. My mom worked at a restaurant in Salisbury before they closed down a couple years ago. So they were both cooks, you know. She was kitchen supervisor. My dad's pretty much kitchen supervisor, you know. Wasn't many more people above him, you know. So it's just, you know, they always did it, you know. And I always had a job somewhere in a restaurant business somewhere. Like I said, before Rosenfelds, I had worked at another place as a busser there, did dishes there. So I did a couple odds and ends. Then once I got a car, I needed to get a second job because your parents were going to pay for your car. Went to Rosenfelds.
But is that what you've always wanted to do when you were a little kid? I can't imagine you being in class being like, I want to make sandwiches.
No. I mean, everybody's different, you know. It's just
some people want to keep their life low key a little bit.
If you want to eat, you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of people aspire out to be chefs and everything.
Exactly. You know.
Have you taken?
There's a guy in one of my classes now. You know, he wants to be a personal chef for somebody, like a private chef for somebody eventually one day.
Like Tom Cruise, like cooking them food?
Yeah, he said the teacher went around the room one day and asked, you know, all these things. He said that he's a cook, you know, and that his goal one day is to be a private chef for somebody. You know, whether it be a famous person or somebody like me or you. You know, I would hire him. He wants to be a private chef for somebody.
I feel like if you got a good person that you were their chef for, it would be a fun job. Like, if you were a butler for, like, a nice guy that, like, you guys bonded and able to shoot the shit.
Yeah.
But if you're some butler for some asshole.
Like, I think if I ever want to do something, you'd have to find, like, a good celebrity that makes big bucks.
What celebrity do you think you'd work for if you were a personal chef?
Oh, that's a good question.
I could say right now who I would work for.
I'd probably shoot for Jordan. Michael Jordan.
Why?
I think I'd have to. He's a nice, great legend in basketball. I'm a big legend. I love basketball. Being a legend in basketball, I think you would be able to learn things from him playing basketball to some of his college days.
Michael Jordan was the guy in Space Jam, right?
He was.
You know, he has a serious gambling problem and a very bad anger problem.
And he owns a lot of property.
He would literally bet people money on, like, trying to see whose luggage would come out first at the airport. And then he would pay the people would throw the stuff onto the cart to throw his out first. So he would always win.
That's ridiculous, ain't it?
Yeah,
who would you work for?
Who would I work for?
Yeah.
Probably a comedian. I wouldn't mind getting, like, Bill Burr or somebody like that has, like, an anger problem. Because, like, you're helping them out, so it's like, even if they snap on you, it's funny as hell. It's not like anything that you're going to be like, hurt by.
Yeah.
And plus, like, comedians, that's how I am, man. My Netflix is like comedy.
Yeah, that's mine too, yeah.
It's like jokes, and then I have documentaries on, like, animals and plants, and it's like, well, how does it go from so funny to murder shows so quick?
Exactly.
I'm fascinated, man. I want to know if the Loch Ness Monster's out
You're
there.
laughing, then you go, something like that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you gotta, like, go from all the jokes to go to something that's funny, but in a completely different route.
I've been watching that new Gable and Iglesias on Netflix.
How do you like that? Where he talks about Snoop Dogg?
Yeah, I enjoy it. I love it.
That's crazy, but you see, that's the one thing I don't like. Like, I originally wanted to be an actor, and I wanted to be a stand-up comic and do, like, jokes like that. But I was always really afraid to get on stage. But then I took oral communication, and getting in front of everybody, I was just like, whatever, we're all older, let's just do it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, when you're a comic, you have to figure out which route you want to take. Do you want to be the black comic? Do you want to be the adopted comic? Do you want to be, like, I've interviewed comedians, like, you got to figure out what you want to be. You know, Gabriel Iglesias is known as King of the Mexicans.
Exactly.
You know? It's really hard because, like Joe Rogan, he talks about it on his podcast of, like, when he's going out or doing, like, the Ice House or one of the places that he does comedy at. Like, there's all the black guys, if there's like 3 of them in one lineup, they want to go, one of them wants to go on first because they want to tell all the black jokes.
Yeah.
And it's like the same thing when, like, Trump became president. Everyone wanted to go on stage and tell their Trump joke first. No one wanted to be the main stage guy. They wanted to be the frontliner.
Exactly.
And it's like, that's such a weird route, like, considering you could do the same thing with the restaurant business. If something gets popularized, like a certain food or something.
Trademark it, yeah.
Yeah, you can trademark it. I mean, does Rosenfelds have a slogan or anything like that?
Our slogan is, treat your belly to our Jewish deli.
That is a great one, man.
Exactly.
But you guys are known as the authentic Jewish restaurant. That's your trademark. Like, you guys are, at least in Ocean City area, like Maryland, you guys are the authentic, place for Jewish deli food.
I mean, there's things that we have on our menu, like the white fish salad that we have. Nobody has it before we got it, nobody had it in a 200-mile radius.
Now, are you guys like Chick-fil-A where you have a certain day you're not open and a certain thing you do with the holidays?
The only thing we're really not open is Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I mean...
What about Christmas?
Hit and miss.
Hit and miss?
We can be open, we can't be open.
Are you guys all Jewish there?
No.
I know you're not Jewish.
I'm not Jewish, no. There might be maybe 3 or 4 Jewish people that work there.
You gotta have at least one Jewish guy.
Oh yeah, we got at least one. Christmas,
in the back.
Christmas,
Rehoboth. He's counting them.
Yeah, Rehoboth is a little bit busier than we are because of the Rehoboth, Lewis, and all that area.
It's that older area.
Exactly. Too. So Christmas, he preferred to open that and shut Ocean City. So we got one that's open, one that doesn't. So he isn't open on Christmas, So
is he kind of work around, like he's not he's obviously Jewish, right?
Yes, he is.
And he's not against other religions or anything like that.
I've never seen him do it.
That's good because sometimes Henry Ford, he's a big conspirator against Jews. Mm-hmm. Did you know that?
Don't think so. Yeah.
He bought his own newspaper, called it the Dearest Independent, and he used to publicize that Jews were the responsible for all the world's money problems and everything like that. And he also was literally publicized in Hitler's book, Mein Kampf, as a great guy. Isn't that nuts?
It is.
Henry Ford, the maker of an American muscle car, one of the top brands in America, Ford Industries, was a freaking hater of the Jews and was popularized by Adolf Hitler himself. That's what's scary. And there's conspiracies about McDonald's and stuff like that. The owner didn't like a certain race or something like that.
I've never seen him, disgrace anybody,
I think the best part about a restaurant, even though sometimes it gets annoying, but it's depending on if the restaurant handles it well. You want to have good customer service. Mm-hmm. It's nice you want to walk in and see try and make the person smile or do something like that. Even if you have a tip jar out front, that's the whole point. You go to McDonald's or something, they hate their lives, man.
Exactly.
And you go up there, can I get an ice cream? Ice cream machine's broken. I'm like, it's been broken for 4 years since the place opened up.
I tell you what, Taco Bell and KFC in Salisbury by where the Kmart used to be. Slowest place ever. I would encourage nobody to go there.
Do you know the McDonald's by Stephen Decatur down here? The one that used to be there?
Yes.
It's not there anymore?
Yes.
Before they closed, there was one woman working there. Mm-hmm. She was black. I mean, it's not that it matters, but she was. A heavy-set woman.
Yeah.
She was the funniest woman there. Funniest person there. She was literally the only one working that night. Some person called out, so she was the only one there.
Yeah.
It was late at night. Me and my buddy wanted 2 iced coffees. So we just go up, can we get 2 iced coffees?
Yeah.
She goes, sure. 30 minutes, dude. I was literally like, if she hands me this stuff, she didn't even ask for my money yet. They were getting ready to close. They're probably a couple days out. And I was like, you could tell, they have everything packed up and shit. She's working off what she's got. And I was like, I'm not even going to just give her the money. I'm just going to take the drinks if she hands it to me. I waited 30 minutes for 2 iced coffees. All you have to do is put up the machine and do it. Then she was walking to the window with them, smiling. She dropped them both, and she just starts I mean, mother, and just starts. Me and my buddy
That's
are
awesome.
dying laughing, dude.
That's awesome.
And then she comes back and goes, "I'm sorry about that." He goes, "Here you go," and she gives us 2 more, and I'm like, "Thank you." She goes, "You can just take those." I was like, "I was going to anyway." But I was like, "Thanks," and then drove off. But like, I went the other night with my buddy. He wanted a Big Mac. I bought him a Big Mac and everything, and I asked, "Can I get a toy?" And they're like, "What do you mean you want a toy?" 20-something years old. I'm like, you guys got the Pokemon toy, let me get a Pokemon toy. Usually, like, yeah, here you go, and give it to you. But no, they were like, I'm going to charge you. I'm like, bro.
A 2-cent toy.
Yeah, like, nuts. You can charge me $2 for that. I have to charge you. No, you don't. Just hand it to me and drive off. You can't tell me you don't have kids at home, you're taking that to them.
Exactly.
They're trying to pay them $15 an hour. That is not a $15 an hour job.
No.
That's a big thing. Like, if you try and pay somebody because they're trying to raise in minimum wage,
You know, they're going out the door. I mean, some Burger Kings now, you got that computer, just walk in, type, do.
Everything's
It's like
either
a card,
going to
everything's
become
going- yep.
automated, or the bad part is it's not going to.
I haven't checked it out. Is this Rural Farms in Westo? Is that?
Is that starting to do the $15
No, I think they're going straight to like
machines?
self checkouts. You know, do it
Oh,
yourself.
I hope not. My buddy'd be out of the job.
You'd have to check into it. I'm not
They
sure
have
about
it there,
Yeah,
but then there's some people that like the interaction.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. You know, I mean, some people just like the interaction, but that's like going to Walmart. You got 20-something lines. 4 might be open.
Well,
Go to self checkout.
McDonald's is like down here has the machines too. Like you just go up there and you type in. It's easier because why do you want to deal with the person? You don't know if they're having.
We haven't
a good
got
or
that
bad
lucky
day.
yet in Salisbury in certain ones. You
Yeah,
got to
there
go
was-
up to the people and talk to them.
There was a bill in like I think it was like 2000 something that came out. It's off an old DSM test for diagnosing a psychopath,
Mhm.
and it's like there's these certain questions in from like a 1 to 5 is like how you would do it. So like if it's a 3, you put a 3.
Yeah.
If it's like how easily do you think about hurting somebody, then you write like a 2 for not really, and they would give that. They were going to implement that at work stations to see if like companies should hire certain people for social jobs. That's a good social job to be that's a good application thing to have.
Exactly.
Because I mean, if you don't want someone working customer service at the front desk of McDonald's that might shoot up the place one day.
Exactly.
Especially with how frustrated you probably like a lot of people are that come in there. I mean, a lot of people don't know how to. This is one thing I really don't like about society is we do not handle anger well.
No.
We all have our anger problems that we either put out on somebody else or just express in an open manner that either causes tension or we basically try and put someone else down.
Yeah.
And we always compare ourselves to somebody else too. I'm not a big fan of that. But if you walk into like Rosenfelds and
Yeah.
you have like a nice environment, like a nice atmosphere, nice kind of sit down family style type thing, and also be able to come in like we've all been to Five Guys. There's no shooting going up in Five Guys. Those people don't hate their life. There might be problem in management, but that's them. But it's like you walk in there, they give you a big old bucket or a bag of fries.
Bag of fries, yeah.
And then they just give you like a couple burgers, and it's like it's good. You don't have to worry about anything. But you walk into McDonald's and like I don't know, is it the type of people that just go there is different?
I think so.
I feel like going into McDonald's, you see like the more poverty-stricken people, and then you go into like Five Guys, you're seeing a little bit.
You
more
go
of a
to
different
you go to
variety.
Five Guys. Yeah, it's more like a wealthy place because the food's there is not cheap.
But you can't.
But you go to McDonald's, you pay what 99 cents for ice cream cone.
Yeah, and it's also $5.99 for a salad and 99 cents for a cheeseburger. That's a little bit iffy on.
That's why I think Five Guys is more for the middle class and up, whereas McDonald's is more low class and.
So do you think it would be false to say that depending on the area that has the amount of poverty in it, I guess, or the amount of money, would influence the restaurant styling? Like if we lived in a rich, developed area,
I think-
what's the one thing you'd picture that would be for every white girl, and then what's the one thing you would picture that would be the
Oh,
most popular
man.
restaurant? There'd definitely be a Starbucks.
Exactly.
Have you been to
Chipotle's going to be there, you
Yeah,
know.
like
You're
it's-
going to go for all these big name brand places.
Why are they trademarked in that way?
I guess
'Cause-
that's what they shoot for, you know.
Have you ever heard of Frosty's or whatever that place is in Salisbury? It's literally like a ghetto like ice cream shop. But dude, I guarantee you, there's probably the nicest people in there. I've been to like an all-black restaurant, an urban-type restaurant. You gotta think, when you go to an urban city or something like that, I hate using that word, because people get so offended when you say black and white.
Yeah.
It's whatever. We're all people. It's just how you gotta...
You're made, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like, when you're going into one of these areas, like let's say you go to Detroit, or you go somewhere with like a heavy urban population, and then you go into a place that might have like crappy rundown or whatever. There's the barbecue place, for prime example for down here, the barbecue place run by all black people down there. It is amazing, and they are the nicest people there. I like that place better than Smoker's Pit. I go into Smoker's Pit, the people are nice, you know, but it's like, it's like it's too popularized, you know what I mean?
I like barbecue food, yeah, so I mean...
It's good, but like I go down there, and it's like, come on, he goes, let me fill your belly, sweetheart. I'm like, you know, they talk to me like that.
Soul
I'm like,
food,
let's do it. Let's go.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't really get that anywhere else. And it's like, you know, this Haitian housekeeper I work with, her name's Jackie. Nice as can be. And I mean, she's like, I feed you, I feed your whole family. It's like, there are people that have this passion to just cook and do, like, help people out. You know what I mean? It's like, not like I need it or anything, but it's like, it's awesome that she's thinking of me.
Exactly.
And it's like, she creates a good influence and vibe, which if you can bring that into your restaurant and bring that into the atmosphere, it's going to be a place where you're going to get people that are going to review it in a good way.
Exactly.
People are always complaining, we're not number one on TripAdvisor, we're not one-on-one on Trip. It's like, okay, who really takes the time to write a really good review? Exactly. Nobody does. Everyone rather say the place is shit than... But we're so quick and like ready to go to put somebody down is what upsets me.
I don't know if you've been to it. It's cheap and good in Salisbury. Is that Cookout?
Never been there.
Never been? Good food. Very good food, and it's cheap. You get I usually get a burger and fry. $5, $6 probably. And it'll fill me up, you know. It's cheap, but it's pretty good too.
You should make a burger shack.
I think I would. What would you put on them?
What would I put on them?
Yeah, what would you put on
them? Oh, dude, I'm not a burger guy, but... Who? Would they serve chicken patties?
I'd have to if I...
But you just...
If I include my brother-in-law, we'd have to have chicken patties.
Why? What's your brother-in-law?
He doesn't eat...
Meat?
Yeah, he's
not a big guy.
The cow is like a
sacred
thing in India, yeah.
That is a major
So
thing.
you'd have to cut that. But he eats chicken parmesan all the time.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
So you got to get some kind of chicken in there for him.
I'd probably do, if I was going to make a burger, I think the best burger I've ever had was at this like old firehouse, Station 7.
Never eaten there, but I know what you're talking about.
They had a bacon burger, and their sauce on it was, I mean, good God, made your mouth water. I think I would take a nice burger with like bacon on it maybe, but like it would have to be like grilled, dude. It'd have to be really freaking like, I want that shit hard, dude. Like I know it sounds weird, but it's something weird. If you get a mushy burger, it ruins it. Like you go to McDonald's, that's just a frozen patty they throw in there. Yeah, it's good, but you don't feel good after
you don't know.
No.
I mean, like, Five Guys, you know they're going to be fresh.
Yeah.
You go to McDonald's.
But it's still not the same, though.
No, it's not.
Like, if you go out to, like, Outback or something to get a burger, that's a complete difference from when you go to Five Guys or something. Yeah. But, you know, the Outback, it's like, dude.
I go to a steakhouse, I'm getting a steak. That's what I'm shooting for.
See, you're diving into the red meat realm, and that's not my realm, bro.
Yeah.
My passion, like, I started working out and doing all that stuff, so it's like, when you start...
As skinny as I am, and I still eat everything. And
right, dude? I mean, who
I don't
knock
know,
down
I don't know how
onion?
I do it.
What's better than Taco Bell at 2 in the morning? Nothing.
No.
What do you mean, no?
I mean, who's open?
Wawa.
I'm going to pass on gas stations.
Why are you going to pass on gas
I'm not a big gas station
You don't want the gas station sushi at 2 in the morning?
No, I ain't eat that sushi.
Dude, Hoagie Fest.
I've never eaten a hoagie from Wawa.
Really?
Nope. You're lucky if I go in there and get a pretzel from the counter that they have.
Well, do you go to Wawa or you just pay at the pump? That's a godsend.
I went inside Wawa the other day.
They got the self-checkout too. With your when you do the deli?
I went to the one in Pennsylvania though.
Do you believe that technology is advancing a little too fast? You gotta
yes.
think though. Because, like, I mean, it's a good thing that, like dealing with, like, the diagnosing for understanding if someone's a psychopath or not, whether they're going to shoot up a McDonald's or something.
Exactly.
I mean, but, like, using it for everything like that, like, eventually it's going to be, like, there's going to be some restaurants that are going to have, like, that's going to be their trademark, where the restaurant, you have to talk to us. Like, you know, when you pass those gas stations that have the guy that still pumps your gas, you're like,
see a few of those.
holy crap. I never knew this was a thing. Well, you get out of the car, like, what the hell are you doing? The guy's like, I'm pumping your gas for you. I'm like,
yeah.
Whoa. And he's like, can I get the windshield, sir? I'm like, where am I? But it's like a slap in the face, like someone just threw you back through time. You know, I've skated down by Harris Teeter. There's literally that brand new cul-de-sac type thing with the rock stage and all that. All these kids are on scooters, scootering around without their parents, and there's like people like. I saw a pregnant woman walking and pushing a baby stroller and walking with her husband. Like, everyone's, hey, how you doing? Like, walking their dogs and shit. I'm like, this doesn't happen anymore. I don't ever see kids out on my street skateboarding anymore. It never used to be like how it was when I was little, when we'd all be out skateboarding with helmets on. And it's like, society's been like, just thrown in a bad way. And it's also like, there's going to be people that are going to trademark, like, if you come here, everything's original style. Everything's original. We're back to the original. We realize we messed up, you know. Like Wendy's, they took that down. That was a classic restaurant. That's why it didn't
They have any left up here?
No. They just they put a Dairy Queen there now.
Okay.
The one Wendy's was by Marshall's?
Yeah.
They took it out. They're building a Dairy Queen.
I remember it was going, but I didn't know what went there now.
Well, you know what's coming in the business is Chick-fil-A.
Yep.
Like Golden, like all these, like
shut Golden Corral down. You believe that mess in Salisbury?
I mean, you gotta think though. Who has the balls to name their restaurant Golden Corral? That's what Ron White's joke was. He goes, you go to the Golden Corral or saddle up a feed bag, and he goes, you put a sugar cube in the middle of the table.
Yeah.
Tastes like Skittles. And he goes, the best part is they got a dress barn right down the street, so you get done at the Golden Corral.
I love the Golden Corral.
I think it's the buffet style. I think there's...
A lot of people don't like buffets.
Well, I mean, you got to think that food probably sits there for a while, but...
Yeah.
I like an all-you-can-eat seafood buffet. I used to miss the Panda Chinatown buffet, because it was just so good, dude. Like, you can get, like, plates and plates of sushi rolls.
Yeah, I'm not a big seafood
I'm
person.
a sushi fanatic. I would eat, like, 40 California rolls. The guy would be like, no, you slow down.
Yeah.
It's a buffet.
I paid for it.
I paid for it. I'll get
slow
sick
down,
later.
yeah.
You know, like, why don't you go over and have some of the... It's a weird part about a buffet. They got the pizza, and then they got, like, steak and all this, like, burgers and stuff, like chicken tenders and all that stuff, all side by side. You're like, it's a weird...
Yeah, like that Flaming Grill in Salisbury. I don't know if you've been there.
Mm-mm.
But it's next to the Party City over by Sam's Club, Walmart.
Okay.
It's in that little shopping center. Half that food on that, you don't know what it is. I don't ask. I just...
You devour it?
Honestly, I'll get the steak in the back. I'll get French fries. I'll get macaroni and cheese, and I'll get mashed potatoes. I stay away from... If I don't know what it is, I'm not eating it.
If you can't identify with your eyes, and if you can't identify with your eyes, that's a problem.
My dad used to get the ribs there. It's like I'm getting ribs. Is that really ribs at a buffet that you might pay $9 for?
Cheap plastic.
Yeah, it's probably not even real.
You know, it's like with Hot Pockets. They got in trouble for like 532,000 of their cases that they sold in these packages with their meat was freaking horse meat.
I do remember that.
It's the horse meat scandal. You don't know what you're getting sometimes.
Every day somebody else comes out with something, you know?
I feel like someone has to try and get the cheaper option. You know, they took Honey Smacks off the shelf for a while? Dude, the one time I bought Honey Smacks, I'm like, I'm going to spend $6 and treat myself on this box. I bought it, freaking not even 2 days later, I'm eating it, I'm starting getting hurt in my stomach. And next thing I know, it gets recalled off all the shelves for the longest time for salmonella poisoning. My mom's like, that's probably what's making you sick. I'm like, well, I'm going to finish the damn box.
Yeah.
The same thing with the Diet Cokes I just bought. Those vanilla.
You're going to finish them, yeah.
Yeah, I bought 12 of them, paid $6 for it. I'm only at 9 left. I'm going to drink the rest of them because you don't have to drink them. I'm like, I paid $6 for them.
You don't get your money's worth, yeah.
Even if it freaking...
That's like losing money there.
Yeah, right? That's wasteful. It's like throwing it out and throwing it in the trash can. You know, I feel like where we do a lot of stuff, especially with the restaurants where
Exactly.
the main thing is aspect. It doesn't really matter how good it is. It matters about advertisement in the long run.
Exactly.
Because if you have good advertisement, it's going to beat a way better authentic restaurant that actually puts the hard work into their food.
Exactly.
And it also gets me, like, some places that, like, you know, people go, I want authentic Chinese food, I want authentic Mexican food, and they have to go to, like, a place that is all Mexican or all Chinese people. Doesn't mean the food's going to be good. There was a sushi chef that was explaining how he literally count rice for 5 years in China and then got to handle the fish to actually make the sushi. He
Really?
spent 30 years being a sushi chef, 20 years on top of that doing line cooking and doing regular restaurant management jobs.
Yeah.
And then he finally opened up his own sushi restaurant because nobody would hire him with all this experience. And you know why they wouldn't hire him? No Chinese restaurant or any place that served Chinese food would not hire him because of the way he looked.
Really?
He was white. They're like, you're not people aren't going to see you're going to walk in and be like, there's a white guy cooking my sushi.
Yeah,
there are some people that are going to be
yeah.
like that. They're going, like, you're not going to go to Tokyo Steakhouse and see a white guy flipping doing the shoji, whatever that thing is. What is it?
They're cooking in front of you. It's like a hibachi.
It's the art of something cooking.
Yeah, but it's all Japanese people, yes.
Yeah, and they do it, but you know, some of these guys might cook like shit. They just might be really good at flipping knives and stuff. But it's like, I'd rather have some dude that would cook something that I'm going to eat, and it's going to paint my taste buds like Picasso or Michelangelo, like, you know, a beautiful styling that's going to give my imagination something to run through, rather than go to something and eat it and enjoy a show. I'm like, it's bland. You know, it tastes like I just went to McDonald's and...
I went there recently, and I texted my sister, because one of the guys that was sitting there doing all those nice gold looked like my brother-in-law. I texted, they live up in Pennsylvania, and said, did he get a new job? She said, no, why? She said, no, why? So I took his, I had to flash the guy's picture real quick and sent it to her. She goes, yeah, it looks just like him. Looked just like he's just as tall as he was. Looked just like my brother-in-law. I said, oh, well, you went from an IT person to knife skills, you know? So.
That's where he puts out all his anger. He thinks about all those calls.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not plugged in?
Yeah. So he does for his kids, yep.
Whoa. Oh, it's cool, man, because, like, you know what the weird thing is, though, is if you look at someone that's, like, to us, like, we say a lot of those people look the same, and then, like, for them, a lot of us look the same, but we can tell, why is it we can tell that we're so distinctly different?
Exactly.
That's because we're a different color skin? I don't understand. You know what I mean? Also, like, Chinese people and Asian people, they just age weird. Like, they hit 99, and next thing you know, they look 99, but they can look 20 the rest of the other 99.
I don't know how they do it, but...
Make it work.
They do.
White people age bad.
And quick.
Yeah. Like, we're not built to last. Actually, we get old, but we just don't look well.
Exactly.
We look like our skin's being sucked down into hell, because, like, it just starts
Once you hit 50,
dragging.
60, you're in trouble.
I'm pretty sure at 70, they don't want to live anymore.
Yeah.
It's got to be kind of painful, just even getting out of bed.
I wouldn't want to get out of bed. Roll me out of bed.
If you were going to retire somewhere, where would you retire?
Oh, man. See, everybody's going to Florida. I'm not going to go to Florida. I'd have to go to a...
Too many gators in Florida.
Yeah.
Like the kid that got eaten at Disney World.
Why do old people even go there? Why do old people go to Florida?
Because they can golf.
Yeah, golf. But you probably do that other places, too.
Yeah. Well, why is that?
I've never...
It's warm?
Yeah, but I mean, it's warm, but I hate to see what it's like in the summertime when it gets even hotter.
Just stay inside.
Yeah, you'd have to.
They don't go out
I'm going to say maybe Hawaii. Get out of the little tropical area.
That's where my cousins live.
Yeah, go to Hawaii.
I've been there.
Everybody goes to Florida. I'm going to Hawaii. I'm going the opposite direction.
You know, the funnest part about Hawaii is like it's like 70 degrees all the time, but the crazy thing is there's hobos everywhere. They sleep you can. It's comfortable. Anywhere you go is comfortable, man.
70-degree weather sounds
I
nice.
literally remember walking by a bathroom and a bunch of them were sitting there with a map pointing out the best places to sleep. Like they had the softest curbs. I was like, no freaking
They got it on maps.
Dude, I'm telling you, he's like, if you sleep on this corner, you're gonna have there's a kind of like a view with some water. And I was like, damn, they got this stuff marked, yo, and they just rotate spots every like couple of days.
I couldn't do it. I gotta have a house.
You gotta have a roof over your head.
You got to. I can't sleep on the street somewhere.
And it's crazy over there because it can be 70, but it does rain and mist a lot. So, like, when the sun's not out, it gets sunny most of the time, but, like, it does rain. And
it's like the homeless people in Ocean City. Where do they sleep? Besides the benches on the boardwalk.
Under the boards? They crawl under there, probably.
I don't know.
They have to stay warm.
You gotta do something.
That might be cool to even try. I remember one time my buddy was like, dude, we should spend the night in a parking garage. I'm like, what is wrong with you? I have a house. Why would I sleep in a parking garage?
What's in a parking garage?
A parking garage?
I said, what's in a parking garage besides your parked car?
Yeah, it's like...
You gonna sleep on the top floor?
Yeah, he was like talking about sleeping like the stairwell or sleeping on like the top floor and like looking at the stars. I'm like, I get looking at the stars maybe, but...
You're gonna go on the third floor?
It's December, bro. Like, I'm not trying to go freeze, you know?
Imagine somebody driving through, you're on like the third floor of the parking garage, you can just see some random tent just sitting there.
No, he was talking about like sleeping on like a pillow and a blanket, like not even. I was like, dude, what are you trying to do to me?
It's still third floor up, okay, so you're going up, and then you just see somebody just sleeping there in the middle of a parking garage.
And there's security that goes there, so security's gonna be like, alright,
it's like, what are y'all doing here? Yeah.
You guys homeless? Do you guys need a place to stay?
I couldn't do it. I gotta have a place.
It's the fact that, like, first of all, I get, like, it interests me when someone's interested in something. Like, if you have a certain, what's one of your favorite hobbies?
Oh, see, I got a lot of them. Either playing video games or playing sports.
What's basketball?
Yeah, I play basketball.
I know nothing about basketball.
Yeah.
So if you're going to educate somebody on basketball, how would you do it?
Well, first you gotta go with fundamentals of what do you know? How to shoot, how to pass.
I can't play basketball for crap. Every time I throw the ball up at the backboard, it bounces off and hits me in the nose.
When you shoot the ball, aim for the square. Get the back square, aim for that square.
You should be a freaking motivational speaker, man.
Aim for that square.
Aim for the square. Little Timmy knocked himself out again.
Yeah, aim for a square,
And you play video games. Now, are you play, which ones do you play? Black Ops, Call of Duty?
I'm not a big Black Ops person.
Are you more about the builder games or the sport games?
I'm more Red Dead Redemption, Grand Theft Auto, I play some sport games.
Do you believe that they make you violent? Do you believe that they make kids violent?
I think they do, because kids see you doing something on a video game, they want to go try it out in public,
I think it's a benefit. And it's also, detriment. Because it's a detriment on you're kind of disconnecting yourself from being active. But with virtual reality, I feel like they're eliminating that factor. And then it's also a benefit because, one of my closest friends, one of my best friends, he's in Wisconsin. I've never met him before, but we've been friends for 9 years. And we started on Xbox Live.
Yeah.
And he's going to come down this summer and be on my podcast. I haven't been invited to his wedding. I know what he looks like. At least I hope that's what he was sending me. But
Catfished him, yeah.
I'm friends with him on Facebook. I'm friends with him on Instagram. I'm friends with him Snapchat. So he sends me selfies all the time. He works at Subway.
Yeah.
And his name's Kelly Silver. Shout out to him. He always shares and likes my podcast. But it's like, he's a good friend, but it's like that's where Xbox connected me. I remember having those moments when no one was home, and I'd be eating some peanut butter and jelly sandwich with Doritos crushed on top, and then freaking Mountain Dew, and playing those all-night Halo nights. Yeah. And you're playing with your friends. That was a way to connect when you were that young with your friends. It was, if you couldn't ride your bike a certain distance, or you couldn't ride at night, or your parents had certain rules, or you couldn't leave the house. There was video games there connecting you to it. I think back in the day it was kind of unadvanced where we could talk to each other, and then once we'd be able to talk to each other, it became a cool way to do that. People take it the wrong way, cussing each other out and telling people to go kill themselves online.
And what I really hate is when you're on there trying to do something, and you got people that, like Grand Theft Auto, you got the ones that hack into the game, and you shoot them, and they won't die, but they'll shoot you 2 shots, you're dead. Yeah, I hate those kind of people that hack into video games.
Man.
I hate them.
It's probably the same.
It's always a kid.
It's the same thing. You cheat in sports, man. A lot of people give stuff like, why is he cheating in sports? Why isn't he going to try and be the best at something he's passionate about? Lance Armstrong took that stuff because he was trying to be the fastest. He wasn't, you got to think, of course, you got to think all those athletes are on something.
Yeah.
If someone tells you this is going to boost your strength and boost your speed, you got to think that's going to affect you. They were going to put gaming in the Olympics.
I don't know how that would turn out.
It had a very, very scientific name for it. A very scientific name for it.
So
like,
sit there and play video games at the Olympics?
it was like competitive gaming.
Oh, okay.
They have gaming leagues. I mean,
Yeah.
they do. Like, that's an actual job. They have competitions. People win like millions of dollars doing competitive gaming stuff. I'm like, I can never see myself getting into that video games. But there was a point where I used to.
Could
play
you see
a
your
lot.
person eventually like having a career like just trying out the video games? Was that one of those like gaming people?
Those are
like the new games that
those are
come
game
out?
Testers,
Yeah.
the developers and the
Yeah,
game
yeah,
testers.
yeah.
Yeah, but these guys were like competition. Like, they're really good at Black Ops, so they would be on a league where they have to go against other leagues to kill people in
Yeah.
Black Ops. And it's like, how do you turn that into a thing? But like, hey, they're making money and they're benefiting from it and they're having a good time doing it, then go ahead.
Yeah.
My belief is that if anybody's having fun doing something that they're passionate about or doing something, that, why is it my obligation to try and turn that down or
Exactly.
push them down? It's like, you have fun doing what you're doing.
Exactly.
As long as it's not hurting anybody else, you know what I mean? It's not anything. I just feel like video games, it's an escape from reality. For a lot of people, it is. I think we've all witnessed the guy that's 40 years old and goes to Walmart with buys 32 packs of Mountain Dew, wearing a Minecraft shirt with pizza and ketchup stains on it, just doesn't care about his own hygiene because all he wants to do is go home and play video games. Yeah, I see that man as kind of a genius in a way, but I also see the man in another light where it's like, what's he like? Is he depressed? Because I know a lot of people that suffer from depression that are afraid to leave the house or go to school or do something because they have to play video games because they feel like they're meant for that rather than be out in the actual world. They fit better in the game rather than if their life was video games. That's what it is.
Yeah, I can't.
Some
people stay up all night and play video games.
Well, a lot of people. I mean, I did that for the first couple nights Sims came out, and then I was like, okay. And then when Spyro came out, I did that again.
Yeah,
but
Spyro.
It's there's certain games where I was like, I got to, even though I'm not a huge gamer, I rarely play now. But it's like there's something it catches your attention for a few hours for sure. But it really kind of breaks my heart in a way when I see people I have friends that suffer from severe depression. And they deal with just being hooked on video games. To the point where you're wearing a shirt for 5 days in a row, and they're just not wanting to even just care about themselves at all. It's like, dude, you need to pay attention, man. Your body needs nutrients. And the weird part about video games is they gap your attention so long, you don't even know that it's been a day and you haven't eaten. You don't know anything. Eventually you start smelling. I'm like, dude, you gotta realize you don't want to wake up in 10 years and be like, where did the rest of my life go?
Yeah. After a certain time, I can't play video games after a certain time.
After playing for an hour or playing after
honestly,
a certain time at night.
I'll play. I can sit there and play a game for 2-3 hours, but 11, 12 o'clock at night, I'm cutting mine off. That's about my cutoff time usually.
That usually messes up your sleep patterns if you're staying up later.
Exactly, and then you got school the next day. I mean, it's...
My one buddy plays till 4 in the morning because he gets home at 2 in the morning. I'm like,
Can't
dude, why don't you go to bed? He's I don't get off work. I'm like, do you need to play when you get right off work?
There was a guy that used to work with my dad that at the hotel where my dad worked at. My dad worked in a restaurant at the hotel. Front desk man was sit there and play video games all night long. He'd have it hooked to the little desk right there. He'd have his video games hooked to the computer and just plays his Xbox.
It's just like any addiction, man. You can get addicted to video games. You can get addicted.
If that's going to keep you up all night long, then, do your job and do it,
Yeah. I mean, if you're able to get stuff done, I guess, go ahead. If that's what makes you happy.
He's one of those night auditors, so, you don't do much.
You see, for someone like me that likes to experience the full aspects of life, like being able to, sip a coffee in the nice weather, or it's nice and cold out. You walk out the front porch, sip a nice hot coffee. It's like, oh, yeah. And then it's to feel the wind on your face. How can you do that in virtual reality? Eventually, we're probably going to get to the point where that might happen. But it's I just feel so bad because, that's an addiction much like alcohol or something like that, where someone's struggling with something. I mean, we've all witnessed the construction worker that has the giant 2-liter of Mountain Dew that's filled with not Mountain Dew. And, they're drunk on the job. And, it's stuff like that. It's damn, it's that's their crutch through life.
They make good money.
They do.
Just holding a flag out there, caution, slow and stop.
They probably have the worst accident rate.
They make the good money too, I hear.
You see some dude with it.
All you do is stand there with a little sign all day long. Go, stop.
Oh yeah, those guys. Yeah. See, one time, dude, he made me sit there for 30 minutes with the stop sign, and then he wouldn't turn it to slow so I could go. He just kept letting all these cars go, and his lunch was right beside him. I was like, I should just reach out the window, grab his lunch, and move it down so he has to walk all the way down there. Like I said, man, addiction is it's a powerful thing. It's something I went to school for and was trying to get interested in because, it affects everyone's life. Someone's addicted to something. Everybody's addicted to something.
Yeah.
Whether it's working out, whether it's eating, whether it's playing video games, whether it's, just being antisocial or something. It's like, it's really, really difficult to overcome something like that, especially something that's so powerful. But it's like, you don't want to let anything control your life. I believe if you look at your life as like it's in your hands, obviously. A lot of people say that, but a lot of people don't actually take the time to really understand what that means. You should never feel controlled about, your situation. If you have a passion you want to pursue it. There's no one stopping you for it. This is your life. You're only going to be here for a valuable amount of time.
Exactly.
Like, we all have an expiration date. When that date is, it could be now or it could be later. You know what I mean? Much like Rosenfelds, like where the meat might go bad and they have to throw it out. You don't want to be thrown out before your time or what you've done has truly achieved. Well, John, thank you for being on the podcast.
Thank you.
I hope you had a wonderful experience. Did you want to ask me anything at all?
Not that I'm thinking
I've
of.
had a bunch of people say that they should do a podcast on me where they just talk about me, and I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't want a podcast about myself.
No, I don't have anything. I don't think.
I'm glad.
Yeah, thank you.
So you feel accomplished? Do you feel satisfied?
I feel
Would you
satisfied.
give me a 10 out of 10 service review?
10 out of 10.
Do I get a tip?
I don't know where it's coming from, but you'll get a tip.
Are you going to leave the 50 cents at the bottom of the wall? Have you seen that happen before?
What?
Do they tip you at Rosenfelds?
We have a tip jar up front.
Okay, so you don't actually have people come to the table.
We got tables. Got table service.
What's the worst service service like customer thing you've ever had?
That I've had?
Worst that anybody's ever had there. That, and what's the worst accident? Because I was talking
at Rosenfelds?
Yes.
Oh, man.
My one buddy has sliced his finger off at a freaking Applebee's, so I don't want to.
Oh, my.
Yeah. He was working there, but it's not like he did this.
Yeah, now that I think about that, I can't. Because they're all pretty cautious about what we do up there.
Like no fires accidentally set?
No. Thankfully, no. So I don't know anything.
What about a worst customer you've ever had? Some dude just walks in like, hurry up.
We've had some rude customers there. I can't think of one off the top of my head right now. But we've had some rude
Anybody
people.
throw anything?
I mean, we've had one guy came in there one day, he was so mad, he goes, I don't know how y'all still in business, By that time, we were just opened up our second location. He goes, y'all be closed in 2 years,
Well, if you don't like this location, sir, we can point you to our brand new location down the street. Yeah. That's right, we're monopolizing.
We're moving up, yeah.
Really pissed
We're mobiling.
Well, like I said, man, thanks for being on the podcast.
Thank you.
And hopefully have you on again soon.
We'll be back.